So I just got done watching Minions and Monsters, and yeah, um, it's kind of weird that this franchise has gone on for so long, but it also does make a lot of sense as it's the seventh entry in the Despicable Me series in the third Minions movie. And look, I went into this with virtually no expectations whatsoever. I mean, it's the third Minions movie. I genuinely didn't really think it was going to be amazing, but the trailers did look interesting and fun to me. So I was like, you know what? Sure, I'll give it a shot. And if you know what this movie's about, it follows one minion who wants to make a movie in old Hollywood, goes to these monsters for help, one of them being played by Trey Parker, and then shenanigans happen from there. And look, it is very funny that the premise of this movie includes Minion goes and wants to make a movie, goes to a monster for help. Like, I don't know, it's just funny to me. And here's the thing, I actually didn't hate this movie. I thought it was rather funny and really enjoyable. No, is it great? No. Or is it as good as the last Minions movie? No, I actually really enjoyed Rise of Gru, and it's not as good as, Despicable Me 2 or 1, but I did have a pretty good time with it. Mainly just because its premise is just so out there. It is so weird and kind of original for the Minions movie to be like, hey, yo, this one's about making movies, and there's also monsters involved. I don't know, it makes for a fun time, and there's really good monster designs in this movie. Trey Parker as the main villain in this movie, I think his name is Goop. He is actually really fun in this, and Trey Parker is no stranger to this Despicable Me franchise. He was in 3, but he plays a much better character here, and it's funny because he's played a villain 2 times in the same series. But I really liked him in this movie. He was very fun. And the new Minions, because they don't bring back our original trio, are also pretty fun in this movie, especially our main one. He is a film bro for some reason I don't understand. But this how this being a throwback to old Hollywood and old movies is it goes into like older films with Technicolor movies and silent films and all that, in which you wouldn't really expect from a movie like this. And I don't know how this movie's gonna do at the box office because of that, because I don't think any kid's gonna be like, huh. Like back in the 90s and the 80s, if movies would have done that like kids media, oh, it would have been seen as hilarious. But nowadays, how many kids know that there was black and white movies before there were actual like movies in color? Like really? So I'm not too sure about that. But the plot here is fun. There's some funny gags. The movie is surprisingly violent, like very violent. It has a certain cartoony Looney Tunes vibe that the last movie did, but this one goes even harder into, which might make critics really annoyed with this movie. But as for me, I mean, I grew up with the Despicable Me franchise and the Minions. So I kind of expect that with this series. And it goes for some, like I said, it goes for some very violent moments for some reason. And the monster designs are here are good too. There's some good cameos in this movie. I actually really appreciate it. And it's really short, which is good for kids because I don't really think many movies like this should be past like an hour and 30. And if it was past an hour and 30, it would have outworn its welcome. Actually, in the past like 15 minutes, it did outwear its welcome. But all in all, yeah, I did like this movie. I actually thought it was fun, and I kind of knew I would from the trailers because it looked really slapsticky and just very film bro heavy compared to the last couple movies. I don't know, it's not gonna win any awards or anything, but it was good, and I like the animation too. Animation is always good in these movies. So I'll give Minions and Monsters about a 6.5 out of 10.